Randy Smith here with this week's operational update. And the water continues to remain high throughout the South Florida Water Management District. This started when we had record rainfall back in May, and we've continued to have a pretty busy rainfall season since the start. The South Florida Water Management District is continuing to work around the clock to move water, to store water on public and private properties, and to use every available gate and temporary pump to move the water south out of Lake Okeechobee and south out of the water conservation areas. Today, I'm going to show you how you can get real-time information on the progress that these efforts are making to lower water levels and the status of our restoration projects. All of this is right at your fingertips on the district's website, all accessible from the homepage at www.sfwmd.gov. At the top of our homepage, you'll see 5 large scrolling banners, including federal support needed to implement SERP and managing high water levels in the wet season. Let's check out the managing high water levels in the wet season first. Click the large More button on the banner, which will take you to the Managing High Water website. You'll see Governor Scott's full emergency declaration and the emergency order issued by the Florida Department of Environmental Protection, which paved the way to expedite district actions to create capacity to water conservation areas and move water south from Lake Okeechobee. Scrolling down, you will see the weekly video operations update. Complete details of the emergency measures enabled by Governor Scott and the Florida Department of Environmental Protection. Other ongoing district actions, such as fully utilizing the A1 flow equalization basin and the L8 flow equalization basin to store water. Videos, news releases, correspondence, photos, details and status of several federal state cost-shared restoration projects now under construction or being planned. These projects will collectively send needed clean water south to the Everglades while reducing harmful lake releases to the northern estuaries and capturing local stormwater runoff. Getting these projects funded will be the long-term solution to managing water. There's a link to the Restoration and Cost-Sharing Tracking website, which gives you detailed information on how much the state and federal governments have invested in critical components of the Comprehensive Everglades Restoration Plan to restore Florida's Everglades. This website also gives you an in-depth timeline tracking the process for congressional authorization and funding of the proposed Everglades Agricultural Area Storage Reservoir. There's a link to the district's Strategic Projects interactive map. You can click any one of the dozens of projects underway as part of the 2018 to 2023 Strategic Plan. Information includes project photos, name of the project manager, and the project status. Keep scrolling and you'll find details and links on how Florida agencies work to respond to blue-green algae and red tide. There's a wealth of the district's latest operations technical data and information, including operational planning. Find weekly operational reports and other information on the current state of the system and water control operations. Site status report. Check real-time water levels upstream and downstream of hundreds of water control structures, flow volume, and more. Moving water interactive map. Updated every Tuesday, you can quickly see the water storage availability of key water bodies, including the water conservation areas and the volume of water moved south from the lake through 4 water control structures. System constraints. You can check the status of limitations in the regional water management system that affect how much water can be moved south. Rainfall maps. See maps with historical rainfall totals, current radar-based rainfall estimates, and much more. DB Hydro. You can search this extensive environmental database for historical or up-to-date surface or groundwater information, as well as weather and water quality data. Our website is updated daily. For even more up-to-the-minute news and updates, be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. You can subscribe to district news updates right from our homepage here, or go to sfwmd.gov/subscribe.